mate. You've got to forfeit the game.
Forfeit, mate. You go forfeit.
It's house rules, mate.
You know.
Yeah, house rules for you, you stupid. What, buddy? You've got to forfeit.
Hey.
You take a joke, buddy. Can't you take a joke?
Yeah, all right. It's all right.
What's going on?
Croc's gone crazy, mate. Hey, babe. Can I just have one more beer?
I think you've had enough.
I think you've had enough too, come on.
Yeah, nobody asked you, mate. Come on, hey, babe, one more beer, please. Please, one more.
You're making a nuisance of yourself, eh?
Oh, Sergeant Schultz, hey! I'm not nothing, okay? So don't worry about it.
Is Idiot with you?
Yeah, don't worry about it. He's had a few too many to drink.
You get him home before he hurts himself.
Yep. Let's go and get something to eat.
Yeah, I'll go some chook, hey? Come on, mate. Bloody starving.
Tell you, mate, it doesn't fry faster than it fries.
Just relax, Crocky, all right?
Spot the copper, eh? Oh, come on, Piggy Wiggy. You think you're tough?
Hey, watch what you're doing, eh?
Come on.
No.
Go on, watch it. Hey, you bloody idiot. Hey, mate, it was an accident.
Now look what you've done.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't have been there in the first place, you stupid walk.
All right. You go. I don't want you in my shop.
Yeah? What's your problem, huh?
Sorry about the chili.
What's your problem? You're sorry? You're sorry, mate. You better watch out and smash your face in, mate.
Let's go.
All right? Okay?
Yeah, how'd
Hey, here's the late, great Adam Cooper.
Come back up,
Detail, just what we want to see.
Righty, we'll send someone around as soon as we can. No
Where
worries.
did you two go for the pub last night?
They went to the Juicy Rooster.
How'd you know that?
The owner, Spiro, told me just then. Someone chucked a brick through his window last night.
I thought I told you to take that kid home.
Yeah, well, I didn't chuck a brick through a window.
Sure about that, eh? Just through there, in the room.
Hey, what about the...
Don't worry, just have the door open.
You reckon I'm guilty as, don't you?
Sit down there.
Well, you weren't pretty aggro when Spiro chucked you out.
You're not a very pleasant drunk, are you?
Look, just because I've been in trouble before, now everything's my fault.
And then help us prove it's not.
Mate, it's like this. A lot of good people have put faith in you.
Yeah, you reckon you did?
What happens? A bloke gets his window bricked, a bloke you've been hassling while you're drunk, and all of a sudden these good people, they don't believe you anymore.
Yeah, well, it wasn't me.
So where did you go after the Juicy Rooster, Craig?
I went home.
For how long?
All night.
Anyone vouch for that?
Yeah, my mother.
Anyone else?
Nah, there's only my mum.
Sarge, there's a couple of young fellas here to see you.
Yes, the dynamic duo. Yes, boys, how are you? You're up to old Mrs. Jackson's address, aren't you?
Yeah.
I shall be very grateful of this, I'm sure.
That's cool, mate. We haven't got much to do anyway, so...
Hey. Well, you'll be right. You have banging on your resume. Might get you a job later on.
All right.
Hey, and if she offers you a pumpkin scone, what do you do?
Don't take it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Brock Perry.
Yeah, boss, he's just been helping us with our investigations into that chook shop vandalism.
I see.
You're free to go, mate, but if we need to contact you, we'll be in touch.
How am I going to get to work?
Constable McKinley will give you a lift.
Nah, that's all right.
Suit yourself.
So what did he say?
Reckons he didn't do it, of course.
Surprise, surprise.
He is the type and he doesn't have a record for vandalism.
And I bet he loves chucking bricks when he's drunk, too.
It's a bit rough.
Rough? What would you call the damage that hoon did to my wife's grave?
Yeah, fair enough, all right. But, I mean, that was a long time ago.
For you, maybe.
He's changed since then.
Not judging by last night's performance.
Well, that's not like him. Nick, you tell him.
He's your friend, Adam. He's not mine, all right?
You coach him in basketball.
Anymore, I don't.
Is he a social acquaintance of yours?
Yeah, we hang out at the pub together.
Has he got an alibi?
Sorts.
Oh, yeah, at home with his mum.
All right, you and Cooper do a door-to-door in the vicinity of that takeaway. Somebody might be able to place your mate there at the right time.
You say so?
Yeah, I do say so, Cooper, and if I were you, I'd be more choosy about my friends.
There's burglar alarms going off in the old Lewis warehouse in Dewhurst Road.
All right, Cooper, McKinley, and then attend to the other matter.
Bet you it's a false alarm again.
Mrs. Perry, what can I do for you?
They told me you got my son Craig here, Croc.
You didn't see him outside? You didn't pass him outside?
He's not in trouble again, is he?
Of sorts, Mrs. Perry. Can you just come through here, please, for a chat?
He's a good boy, Sergeant. Well, I would say that, wouldn't I?
Yes, Mrs. Perry, I guess you would say that, yeah.
He's got himself a job, you know.
No, I didn't know that. Where's he working?
Been working for Angus Murray as a builder's labourer. Keen as mustard he is, too, and he never misses a day.
Well, good on him. That's great. But unfortunately, that doesn't explain his behaviour at the pub last night and afterwards.
Well, it's been tough on him. At his age, he needs a father, Sergeant.
Sorry?
Well, Mick, his father, passed away. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't.
Well, it's only been 4 months. Craig, Croc, feels it like hell.
Oh, I don't know. I missed it. You didn't put a notice in the Gazette.
Mick and I were separated. He'd been living in St David's. Craig hadn't seen much of him for a while.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
The point is, it's not my son's fault if the world isn't making any sense. He's trying his heart out, Sergeant.
Look, last night after Craig came home, did he go out for any reason?
No, he was home all night. I don't sleep very well. If he'd gone out, I would have known.
Told you to put that sand over there. Mate, you said near the mixer. Yeah, the mixer's going over there.
More trouble with Croc bloody Perry.
It won't take long to answer questions, sir.
I'm trying to build a house here.
I understand that Mr. Murray just a few questions.
Jamie! Hey,
What did you say? Move it yourself. You think you're...
Oi, what's going on?
He won't do what I told him, Dad. It's a bloody joke. First he wants it here and then he wants it over there. You don't listen.
That's enough, both of you. Now, Jamie, you start putting this sand where it's supposed to be, and you can help him, Croc, when you get finished with the police. 5 minutes, right?
That's right, sir.
Now what? Haven't I got enough bloody people telling me what to do?
Look, I had a word with your mum and she said you were home last night.
Oh, just like I told you.
Yeah. She also told me about your old man.
So?
Oh, you know, I had no idea and I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you lose touch.
My word. Yeah, she also said you're doing a lot of overtime here.
Yep. I'm the breadwinner now. Fame at last.
Yeah. Well, you know, mate, if there's anything I can do for you, you know...
That's fine. I got your number. I've got to do some shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, not again.
Yep, took the security guy more than an hour to show up this
Hey,
time.
well, we stand around like shags on a rock.
It's a total waste of time.
Was it Halliday Security again?
Did you ask?
I'm just about fed up with them. I think I'll have a chat with this Mr. Halliday.
Oh, yep, all right, I'll get him on the phone.
No, make him come in here. Make up for all the time we've had to hang around.
You do it, McKinley. I'd like a chat with you.
Here we go. Look, I was off duty.
I realise that, and I realise I can't tell you who your friend should be, but I am suggesting that you be careful.
Boss, I know you don't exactly like Crocky.
Look,
okay,
it
but
goes
it's
way beyond that. This young man has got a record.
as a juvenile.
Yeah, it's a record nonetheless, and if he's implicated in this criminal damages case, it'll be even worse.
But he didn't do it.
You don't know that until the investigation's been completed. Now, have you and McKinley started on this door-to-door?
Not yet, we're about to.
Then I'd get on with it. In the meantime, try and exercise a little discretion. It's good advice, Adam. I'd take it if I were you.
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Did he ever go at you, did he?
As usual. Decided to give me a lecture on my private life.
What did he say?
Apparently, I don't exercise enough discretion in my choice of mates.
Oh. Well, maybe he has a point.
Come off it.
What?
Look, I think I have a right to choose who I hang out with.
Yes, of course you do, but then if those mates get you into trouble, then whose fault's that?
Hey, Chrissy.
Oh, hi, Adam. Won't be a tick.
Crocky, what are you doing in here, mate?
Mate, I get all the crap jobs. On the lunch board.
Yeah, well, join the club. It's better than going hungry, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you reckon? Carl, Chris, how about those lunches, eh?
Oh, look, they can't be too much longer, babe. Jeannie!
So, what a day, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, where'd you guys get the idea I bricked that window?
I can't talk about that, mate.
It was Spiro, wasn't it?
Well, you got to admit you were pretty aggro last night.
Yeah, but you don't reckon I did it, do you?
Well, it's not exactly me you've got to convince.
Yeah, well, Tom Croydon's never going to believe me.
No, maybe not. But there is one way you could take the pressure off a little bit.
How?
Well, they're saying that you bricked the window because you're aggro. You can't control yourself.
Yeah, pig's ass, I can't control myself.
I'm waiting.
Stuff. Mate, have some guts, all right?
I'm still waiting.
Okay. You remember last night? It was an accident and I had a few drinks.
He means he apologises.
Doesn't sound a lot like it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is that what you want me to say? I'm sorry.
So you came back later and did this?
No, that wasn't him.
What about my counter display?
What about it?
You'll pay for it.
What? What I'm making
Hey,
the
all
bloody
right.
Angus Murray?
Give me $10 and we'll call it quits.
Come on, Crocky, it's $10, mate.
$10.
It's not so bad, this one.
Spiro. We'll meet again, Constable.
You two know each other?
Yeah, Mr. Halliday. Putting in some more false alarms, eh? See you later.
You boys want a burger?
No, we got lunch back at the pub, thanks.
Well, any time. For you, it's on the house.
Thanks. See ya.
Ah, at last, lunch.
Hey!
Where the hell have you been? Doing my good deed for the day.
What good deed was that, Fraser? Where's my orange juice?
Hey, I didn't
Just
know
saying,
this. Maggie, did you order the ham, cheese and tomatoes? No.
Forgetting the senior sergeant's OJ is a hanging offence. Dead sick.
Did you get the right box?
Well, it was next to the other one.
What other one? Oh.
What happened? Bloody
I don't know.
This idiot was smoking near the timber.
Oh, you blame me,
Get
mate.
off my side, Perry. You don't work here anymore. What? You heard me, you're sacked. And, officer, I want this man charged with arson.
Look, I had nothing to do with the fire, okay?
Then what were you doing near that stack of timber?
Well, like the squealer told you, I was having a smoke.
It's a bit of a silly place to have a smoke, isn't it, with all that combustible material around?
Well, you think my cigarette butt started all that?
Oh, with a bit of a help along.
Listen, do you have direct access to fuel on the site?
Yes, I do, actually. The can of petrol in the back of Mr. Murray's ute.
Right, the reason I ask is that somebody put propellant on the wood, and it would only take a cigarette to start it off.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about, okay?
Croc Perry's been nothing but trouble from the day he started.
Have there been any other incidents like this one?
I've had to warn him repeatedly. Left a hammer up on the roof one day, fell down, missed Jamie by inches.
Was that deliberate, sir?
No, I don't think it was deliberate.
Well, it just sounds like the sort of mistake a young, inexperienced bloke would make.
Yeah, or just plain careless.
Well, there's no law against that, sir, is there?
So, as far as you know, there have been no other episodes of deliberate sabotage?
No, not as far as I know. But I'll be hiring a security firm to make sure it stays that way.
Croc took it pretty hard when his old man died. Not that it excuses the sort of crap he's been pulling at work.
What sort of crap would that be, Jamie?
Refusing to take orders, that sort of thing.
From who? You?
Yeah. Well, the old man sometimes leaves me in charge and Croc can't hack it.
Must be pretty tough on Croc, though, in the circumstances, don't you reckon, seeing the relationship between you and your old man?
Yeah, well, it's not like I haven't been there, you know.
How do you mean?
My mum died when I was 13. Was towing a horse float, smashed into a semi. Never even saw it coming.
Well, mates at school. Now he just ponters around giving out orders. It's as bad as his old man.
Right. And you resent that, do you?
No, I don't. If he knew what he was talking about, then that'd be all right.
The old man is a bit of a slave driver, is he?
Yeah, like this morning I get back from talking to you lot. He reckons he's going to dock me.
Jeez, mate, no wonder you don't think much of him. You see, what I'm wondering here is what you did to get back at him.
Well, if you're saying I lit the fire...
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. But you can understand how it looks, mate.
Yeah, well, what can I do to make you believe me?
There is one thing.
Is this the one?
Yep, that's the one. Don't worry, you won't find anything.
Leave that to us, mate.
Yes, sir.
I think we need to have a chat, Craig.
I didn't put it there, okay? I didn't
You
take
bastard!
Hey,
You!
hey,
You!
get off!
You're gonna burn the whole place down, idiot! Hey, that's the old man's. Must have pinched it to start the fire.
Come here. Hey, hey, hey!
No, mate!
Take him, get this off the forensics, will you?
Why don't you get yourself back to work, Mr. Murray? You're not doing yourself any good here.
I'm waiting for my dad to give me a lift.
It would have been quicker if you bought your own car.
Not a licence.
Take it easy.
All right. We'll be in touch if there are any further developments.
Thanks, I'd appreciate it. You right, Jamie?
Thank you, mate.
Let's go.
Mr. Halliday, what can we do for you, mate?
Senior Sergeant Croydon.
Yeah, just through this way, mate.
5 alarms in the past 3 days, Mr. Halliday. All of them false and all of them installed by your company.
Yeah, I appreciate what you're saying, and I've been on to the supplier.
If you attended promptly, but this morning Constable Cooper had to wait for over an hour before you showed up.
And you have better things to do, yeah. I understand exactly what you're saying, Tom. But you have to understand my position. I'm new in town. People want a value-for-money product, and I'm a one-man operation.
Then you're going to have to look very seriously at getting yourself some help.
Yeah, and I will.
Good.
As soon as I get my business established. Look, I have been onto the manufacturer. They are making modifications. From now on, I'm sure you can expect a lot less trouble.
Hey, boss, there's another alarm going crazy.
Oh, where is it this time?
Yeah, big double-storey brick jobby on the corner of Penhope and Hetherington Road.
Leave it to me.
We can't do that, Mr. Halliday. We have to attend all these calls.
Well, I'll meet you there then.
Yeah, all right, McKinley, you and Stewart.
Boss, I did
all
the
right,
last...
McKinley, but at least you know that Mr. Halliday's not going to take all day to get there this time.
Could be the big one.
Right, just got some results from fingerprints. Croc Perry's prints were all over the fuel can.
How many others?
Well, we didn't find the container in the back of anybody else's car, did we?
Anyone could have put it there, you know.
Yes, mate, that is true, but he was near where the fire started. He hates Angus Murray's guts, and your boy's got to be content.
He's not my boy. He's not my mate. He's Cooper's friend, all right? I just think he's some bloke who needs a bit of a hand.
As much as I would like to see Croc Perry charged, I think Nick is right. Look at the evidence. It's entirely circumstantial.
What you should be doing is getting over to Angus Murray's building site and talking to the rest of his gang members, because I reckon someone there's got a grudge against him as well.
Yeah, all right.
How'd you go with your door-to-door around the Juicy Rooster?
Nobody saw or heard anything, and
Nick?
a few people were out.
I'm going down there later with the...
Finish it off tomorrow.
Yep. Don't know why I bother.
What did you say?
Look, I told you yesterday that Croc Perry was not involved.
Yesterday. Different case yesterday.
Coming for a drink?
No, I got something else to do, thanks.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy.
What can I get you?
Chicken burger?
Put that away. Told you, it's on the house.
Thank you.
Feel like a beer?
Oh, yeah?
Better pop into the back room. Don't want just anyone coming in and asking for the chicken and beer meal deal, do we? Look who I found lurking outside.
Hey, Roland.
Constable Cooper. Almost didn't recognise you without the uniform.
Adam, mate.
Hey, I hope you blokes aren't in any hurry to catch the hoons that chuck the brick. It's good for business. I sold 2 more systems today.
Oh, great. More false alarms coming up.
Hey, what can I say? Nobody cares about quality anymore. How much? That's all they care about.
What, you're saying your alarms are no good then?
No, I'm saying I could give the punters a more expensive product and be out of business in a week.
Hey, I've got one of your alarms.
Yeah, and you'll be all right. Just as long as these blokes keep answering the calls. Anyway, you can talk. I mean, how much chicken you reckon's in one of those burgers?
I don't have to answer that.
Get Croc Perry a job, me.
If anyone needs it, it's him.
I mean, the other two I could understand. What's his name? And the red-headed bloke. I mean,
Dogger
at least
and
there's a,
Ugly.
modicum of hope for them. But Croc Perry...
Got to cut him a bit of slack because he's had a real dip. He's had a go he's put in.
Has he? How? By skillfully getting himself involved as an arson suspect and by inflicting a bit of damage on the odd window?
Hey, Chris.
No?
Yes, Carl, here's your chance to help her.
No, I've done that. It didn't do any good, thanks very much.
I'm just going to give up.
Hey, Shieldsy, you want a game, mate?
No, later on.
Scared you'll get done.
Yeah, my word. No. How you doing, Croc? You good?
Can you leave me alone? I want to drink my severance pay without being hassled.
Oh, well, mate, I was just wondering if you'd, get down the old basketball court on a Wednesday night sometime.
Thought I was too old for your team.
Oh, come on. You know, me, I wasn't much of a coach, was I, eh? Thought you might be able to help with some of the young fellas.
Mate, it's a bit late to come sucking up, isn't it?
It's the kid, Nick, and he suffered a very significant loss.
Pumpkin soup looks good, don't you think?
feels abandoned.
Prawn cocktail from a country town. Do you fancy a chance?
Did you hear me? He feels abandoned by his father, by you.
Yes. I thought you were a Bud and Bane or a GP. All of a sudden you've turned into Sigmund Freud. Huh?
Look at you. Nick Schultz, you are more upset about this than he is.
Yeah, I am, because... Look, I've done a lot for him. I've gone to the boss. I've said I don't think he's guilty. I've told PJ, I told him to back off, and he's just thrown it back in my face. So.
Yeah, well, he is just a kid and you are a big grown-up.
Yes, I am a big grown-up. And I'm going to have a big dinner with chips and chicken salt. What do you want? I'd like you to think about giving the boy his job back because he deserves a second chance.
I've nearly burned this place
We
down.
don't know that for sure, Mr. Murray.
You're charging him, aren't you?
That's yet to be determined. But if we don't, sir, he's got a very strong civil case against you.
Well, you're trying to threaten me.
No, I'm just stating the facts, Mr. Murray. But wrongful dismissal's not a good look, is it?
Well, that's his problem, not yours.
All right, mate, I'll tell him that.
Look, but there's a friend of mine, he's got a project on the other side of town. Now, maybe he can help him. Oh, shit!
Dad! Don't touch it!
Your heartbeat's still a bit irregular. I'd like to get you in for observation for a while.
Time for that. I've got work to be getting on with.
I wouldn't push it, Mr. Murray. No, that was a very nasty accident. You're lucky to be alive.
No accident.
Are you telling us that someone tampered with that switchboard?
Not someone, Croc Perry.
That's a very big allegation, Mr. Murray.
Well, who else dislikes me that much? Are you people going to have a word to him, or do I have to make an official complaint?
No, sir, I'll have a word with him. Word with you. Some questions to ask you.
I answered them already.
Yeah, well, some new ones just come up.
Well, so you come to drag me down the cop shop?
Not unless I have to, Craig. Angus Murray's been injured in an accident this morning.
So you come to talk to me about it?
Don't be a pain in the ass. I've got to ask these questions, all right? Just tell me. Did you go back to the work site after you got the sack?
Well, why would I bother? No, I haven't set foot in the joint, okay?
I believe you.
That's it.
That's it, mate. And if you want to get in with that basketball, put some more flick into your wrist.
Yeah, right. Good on you, Mr. Cook. Thanks for that. Right, that was Angus Murray's electrician. The switch and the junction box were in perfect working order.
Could he be mistaken?
Mags, he's been a Sparky for 25 years. It'd be a pretty basic mistake.
Well, stranger things have happened, mate.
Nick, Sarge have a word to Angus? What did he have to say for himself?
What do you think? I mean, he blamed Croc, of course.
It's not a bad place to start.
Listen, mate, I went and spoke to Croc and he told me he had nothing to do with it. And I believed him.
Nick, I know. And I would like to take your word for it, but we could be looking at attempted homicide here, okay? So if it's okay with you, I'd like to speak to him myself.
You want me to give crime scene fingerprints a call?
Yeah,
McKinley and Cooper are still out doing that door-to-door. I'll get him to bring Croc in.
No, don't do that, boss. I know where he is. I'll bring him in.
Police. We got a job for you. Possible attempted homicide.
I'd love to smack Angus Murray in the mouth, I admit that. But I didn't try to fry him.
Well, it'd be a good way to pay him back.
What if I was into creeping around in the middle of the night rewiring
Wouldn't be the first time, would it? You and your mates creeping around in the middle of the night, desecrating those graves?
Mate, that was 12 months ago. Give me a break.
Senior Sergeant Croydon hasn't forgotten.
Yeah, well, that's bloody obvious, isn't it? Look, I didn't rewire a junction box, and if I wanted to, I would know how to.
I thought your dad was a gun electrician.
Well, that's my dad, isn't it?
When were you last on Mr. Murray's worksite?
Yesterday when I was fired.
Can anyone back up your story?
Yes.
Apart from your mum.
What's the point?
All right, we'll have a chat to her, see what she's got to say.
Can I go then?
Like forensic and crime scene to finish up first. We'll ask some questions later. Interview suspended at 10:03.
Yeah, no worries, that's fine. I haven't got a job to go to or anything. It's...
Shouldn't be long.
I thought you believed me.
I do.
Yeah, well, what am I doing sitting here then?
It's not that simple, mate.
You know, I thought you were being straight with me, you know. Trust me, you said. I did. No, I'm an idiot.
Right, okay. Yeah, thanks for that. Right, that was Angus Murray's electrician again. Now, he reckons the light switch was tampered with. The wires would cut the whole shebang.
It sounds like it's lucky not to have started a fire in the insulation.
Yeah, maybe that was the intention.
It's still not enough to charge Craig Perry, though.
You mean to tell him he's free to go?
Yeah, tell me.
Whatever way we look at it, we're looking at sabotage, right? And there were too many people around during the day, so the offender must have got into the site overnight.
Angus Murray said he was going to employ a security firm.
Mr. Halliday, why am I not surprised?
I don't know, Tom. Detective Hasham here asked me to call in, and here I am.
Has Angus Murray employed you to do security work on a house he's building at the moment?
Yeah, new job started last night. Why?
Are you aware that Mr. Murray was hurt this morning?
And what's that got to do with me?
Angus Murray decides to hire a security firm. He chooses yours, and on the very same night someone waltzes in, sabotages the place, resulting in injuries to Mr. Murray. Now, doesn't something seem wrong about that to you?
I did everything I was supposed to do.
Did you patrol the place?
3 times, to the letter of the contract.
Did you go inside? Did you go inside?
Twice. All right.
What about the third time?
Well, there was a car parked out the front. I recognised it as Mr. Murray's.
So he didn't go in?
No, well, he was obviously checking the place out for himself. Didn't seem necessary.
My car? Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right. No, I was there, yeah.
And what time was that, sir?
3:30, I don't know exactly.
Well, according to the security company log reports, your vehicle was outside the building site before 10 a.m.
Yeah, that'd be right. As I say, I couldn't be precise.
Mr. Murray, if you don't mind me asking, why would you get out of bed at 4 a.m. to go to the building site?
Oh, well, just with all the trouble, the cost overruns, and I couldn't sleep, and going down there seemed like the best way to put my mind at ease.
No, there was nothing wrong?
No, it was quiet as a graveyard.
Insurance scam.
You don't believe the insomnia story, do you?
Why not? He's under a lot of stress.
Financial stress.
Exactly, which is why this is so attractive.
So, what? Angus Murray comes along in the middle of the night, reroutes a few wires, hoping to start a fire?
Yeah, something like that.
Then why hire a security firm?
Roland Halliday, don't forget.
Yeah, he might have wanted to cover his tracks.
That time your visit coincided with a security patrol,
That's ridiculous. I mean, you don't electrocute yourself with your own act of sabotage, do
People
you?
panic and do stupid things, and you've been breathing down his neck.
Yeah, look, it's worth checking out.
I'll do it if you like.
Good on you.
Cooper, McKinley, you finish that door-to-door?
Oh, yes, I'm talking to Adam's new best mate.
I have a couple of beers with a guy and he's my new best friend.
A couple. Spiro reckons you had to pour him out of there at 3:30 in the morning. It's a wonder you can keep your eyes open.
Yeah, well, as fascinating as this might be, did you find any witnesses to this criminal damage at the Juicy Rooster?
Well, I reckon we can cross Crocky off the list.
No, that lady said she could not confirm the description, not that it definitely wasn't him.
Both of you stop talking gibberish and tell me what you found out.
We spoke to one of the neighbours who wasn't there yesterday. Now, she said she was walking her dog and she saw 2 young men running from the shop.
No description because it was too dark.
Yes, ma'am?
Then she didn't think to ring us at the time?
Well, she only saw a broken window. She didn't even think of it until we came knocking.
Yeah, look, we'll send someone around.
Croc with one of his mates.
So, Nicholas, what were you doing the night in question, mate?
Shut up. That was Mrs. Walker. She lives in the flats opposite Angus Murray's building site. Apparently all hell's broken loose down there. Someone's trashing the joint.
Police! Who's here? Police!
Police! Stay where you are. Nick! Through here, mate. Jamie? Jamie, you all right, mate?
Then check outside, will you? Phantom is 258 on portable. Ambulance required at the last. 1 male suspected head injuries. Any sign of fracture?
No, not with a lump like that. I'd be more concerned if it was depressed.
What about concussion?
I don't think so. You better take it easy for about 24 hours, though.
Now, Jamie, you sure you didn't see who attacked you, mate?
Like I said, he got me from behind.
He?
I reckon the girl did this.
Sorry.
Any luck with his dad?
No answer at home or on the mobile.
Mate, if you were attacked from behind, why is it you've got a big lump on the front of your head?
I must have fallen forward and hit it on something. My lip, too.
So then what happens? The mystery assailant starts smashing the place up, does he?
I don't know. I was out of it.
Jamie, it just didn't make much sense, mate. Why would they do that and then hang around?
I don't know. I'd just come to. I was trying to figure out where I was. Look, can we finish this some other time? I've got a bastard of a headache.
He denies it.
Nick, we're not getting anywhere, mate.
We've asked him everything we have to.
Like
all right?
what? Did he do it? No.
But there's
See
no
you
proof
later.
to say he thumped Jamie. Nothing.
Don't tell me he's got an alibi this time.
No, not as such, but there's no hard evidence to say he had anything to do with
Nick,
it.
there's been a lot of trouble lately, mate. We've had fires, we've had bashings.
Yeah, and Craig Perry has been on the scene every time something happens.
That's the point. That's the point. It's all circumstantial. There is no hard evidence. And anyway, I believe him.
Well, we do know that you believe him.
Yeah, well, so do I. You've only got to look at him.
Look at him? Look at what?
Look, there's not a mark on him. You reckon if he'd had a dust-up with James, he'd be showing something?
Not if King hit the other bloke.
PJ, they're about the same size. Can you see Jamie taking a hiding like that without giving a bit back?
So, Ben, if you're right, then Jamie's lying about being attacked from behind.
Oh, yeah, he's lying, all right.
Which means that he should be able to identify his attacker.
Do you realise it is a whole 23 hours since our last false alarm?
Oh, yeah, well, Roland did say it was just teething problems, so...
Roland?
Well, that's the guy's name. I miss him.
What?
The alarms.
Yeah, well, it beats paperwork.
That's for sure.
I'm the jolly juicy rooster man. Yum, yummy, yum, yum. With tasty, tender treats for your tum-tum.
What on earth are you doing?
Super-duper Constable Cooper.
Yeah, mate.
For you.
Thank you.
Spiro said you might get hungry fighting crime.
Excellent.
For you.
Oh, how much do I owe you?
Oh, no. Spiro said it's on the house. He said if I take money off you, I could get plucked.
Oh, right, thank you. Mount Thomas Police Constable McKinley speaking. Thought this was supposed to be a false alarm.
Stop, police!
Stop, police! Don't move!
Right, get down on the ground. Get down on the ground now. Put your hands behind your back.
Hey, you! Police!
Go easy, mate.
Look, he's gone. You can go after him. He's your mate.
Right, let's go back to the station.
Easy.
Wait here.
Should have bought those chicken and chips.
We were passing by the music store, right? And Ugly starts saying how he wants to stock up on his CD collection. The next thing I know, he's picked up a bloody brick and he smashed the door in.
Don't insult my intelligence, please.
Look, it's the dead set truth, right? I just didn't want Ugly getting himself into trouble, that's all.
And so what do? You act like a genius and you follow him in, is that right?
Only to stop him from knocking off the joint.
So why'd you run from us?
Oh, no, I thought you might have got the wrong idea.
You're a loser, mate.
Jeez, Nick.
What else do you call it? What else do you call it? I wasted my time trying to get you to a job, and what do? What do? You pull a stupid stunt like this.
Look, I told you.
Yes, I know as you told me. It wasn't your fault. It was all a mistake. It was all Ugly's fault, wasn't it?
It was Ugly's idea.
Shut up. Shut up. You listen to me. You scum. I tried to help you two, and you're as useless as each other.
I'm sorry.
Eh?
We don't have jobs, Nick. All we were trying to do was make a bit of extra cash, that's all.
Hey, and what about the Juicy Rooster window? Did you smash that as well?
Yeah.
So what happened there?
We were going to knock the joint off. And then this old duck, she comes walking along with her dog, and we thought we'd better make ourselves scarce, so we took off.
Here we go, the other genius.
Yeah, I found this one at the bus terminus, mate. There wasn't a bus tonight. He was going to have to wait till tomorrow, weren't you, mate?
Yeah, that's not too bright for a criminal mastermind, Ugly.
What are you talking about?
Well, your mate here says you're the brains of the outfit.
You understand you've been bailed to appear at a Mount Thomas court at a date to be set?
Yeah.
All right. You done?
Yeah, just about. Now, can you sort this other fella out?
Yep, sure.
That's all right.
Thanks.
There you go.
Sorry to get you out, guys.
Now, Ben, where were we before we so rudely interrupt?
Exactly my thought.
It's either something in the water or there's been too much inbreeding, because it's in their genes. It's trouble. I mean, pity the poor bugger that tries to help the poor sod.
Well, look, at least you did try.
Thank you very
and
much.
I reckon you ought to keep on trying, with Croc at least.
Oh, yeah, so he can bomb at me like the other two.
Well, the
Right.
other two were bad apples, but it doesn't mean that Croc
Yeah,
is.
he'll be all right, man. Have a bit of faith. He'll be all right.
He's never going to get anywhere if you throw in the towel now.
Oh, me?
Who else has he got, Nick?
Who
So I
cares?
heard about Dogger and Ugly.
Yep.
I thought it was that Croc Perry, you know.
No, and he didn't sabotage the building site, and he didn't belt young Jamie. I wouldn't blame him if he did.
Why is that, mate?
Oh, you know, I've just seen them on the building site together. Jamie, he's a pain. He really lords it over Croc.
It's funny, you know. I mean, I keep hearing this about Jamie, but he seems really timid to me.
No?
I mean, you know, he doesn't even drive the car.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, though, because a lot of bullies have been bullied themselves at some stage. They can come across as timid.
Yeah. I wonder who the bully was in James's life, eh?
This is ridiculous. I don't have to answer questions like
I want to
this.
know where you went after you left the hospital.
Well, I went home, of course.
I phoned there, no one answered.
Oh, yeah, no. I had to stop off and see a supplier, that's right.
Take your glove off.
What?
Take your glove off. How'd you bruise your knuckles, Mr. Murray?
Yeah, it was him. He asked to see me after work and just starts getting into me.
Well, just like that, he starts laying into you with that rhyme or reason. Wouldn't have anything to do with the damage on the walls, would it?
No, that was after.
Oh, it was afterwards. So the damage on the walls was your way of exacting a bit of revenge on your dad, and that's why he came after you. No, he came after you because you tampered with the junction box. That's right, isn't it?
I don't know what
You
you're
borrowed your old
talking
man's
about.
car, didn't you?
No.
The security guy saw the car parked out the front, so your father knew it had to be you.
Is that why he tackled you, James?
Jamie, your old man, he seems like a bit of a tough old bugger, mate. Never letting you speak your mind, never letting you be yourself. He's always holding you back, isn't he? He's not even allowing you to drive.
He was scared it'd end up like me mum.
Jamie, lots of boys get a hard time off their fathers. Most men learn how to handle it. Not you, huh? Well, that doesn't give you a right to injure your old man.
No! That was never the idea. That first fire gave me the idea. I wanted to burn the place down. I hate the bastard!
Come on, Nick, you got to like Croc for the original fire.
You still don't have any evidence.
Well, we spoke to everyone at the site. Now, with Jamie out of the picture, Croc's the only one with a grudge against Angus.
If that's the motive, yeah.
All right,
If that's
what
the
else
motive.
then, mate? What else?
Well, maybe the motive isn't a grudge against Angus, it's a grudge against Croc.
I'll talk about no evidence.
You got heaps of evidence. Where's the fingerprint report in the fuel can? Who's got that?
Yep.
And the prints for those clowns last night. Give them here, will you?
There you go.
Here you go, look at this. Are you going to tell me anything about this? How many mates have you got, Ugly? I mean real mates. There's Dogger. No, wait. No, he's no good because he shocked you as soon as the going got tough, didn't he? And there's Croc. But no. He's left you too, hasn't he? So when you think about it, mate, how many mates have you got?
Dunno.
Nobody. You've got nobody but me. That's right, me and you. Now think about it. We've known each other a long time. Long time. Long enough to get respect for each other. We're mates. And mates are loyal to each other. So I need you to be my mate. I need you to tell me the truth. And I need you to tell me the truth. Now.
Now, we'll be charging you with unlicensed driving and making further inquiries into those other matters, OK? So you'll be receiving a summons.
Yeah. What about Dad? Are you going to charge him?
Well, there's not much that we can do since you haven't made a complaint. We'll make further inquiries into that, but...
Well, I don't want to make things worse, you know?
Nick, left your fingerprints off the fuel container with Dogger and Uglies?
Yeah, we're just lucky they pulled that burg last month.
Good on you, well done.
Hey, boss, can I pop off for 15 minutes?
Where are you going?
I'll not tell Croc the good news.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, what is it now? Somebody light a fire, throw a brick?
No, mate, we caught the blokes who did that.
Well, excuse me if I don't break out in a song.
Well, you're in the clear. You got to be happy about that.
I always knew I was in the clear.
Fair enough. But now the whole town knows it, so you can get on with your life.
What life would that be? One when I had a job?
There's other jobs out there, Craig.
Well, you going to get me one?
Well, if you want me to, I'll try. I'll have a go.
Oh, like you tried to stop Angus Murray from firing me in the first place. Or you tried to stop your mates from hassling me. Or you just try and leave me alone.
Hey, Spiro. Just came in to make sure everything's okay.
Not a worry in the world. Appreciate the thought.
Adam!
Rolling.
Just the man I wanted to see. Listen, mate, great job last night. Client was wrapped, and I picked up an order for her private home. You guys are making me look good.
Just doing my job, mate.
Yeah, I know. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
What?
We've been having a few problems with false alarms lately, and I promised your boss that I'd put someone on as soon as possible. And I would like that person to be you.
No, mate.
I know, it's a big step. But before you say anything, let me tell you, generous salary, commissions. I mean, there is no reason in the world that you couldn't end up pulling down 50, 60 G's, maybe even more.
60 grand?
Yeah. I mean, how long before you make that sort of dough on the force?
20 years?
Yeah. So what do you say?
Oh, how did you go with Croc? Is he happy to be off the hook?
Yeah, he was wrapped.
Afternoon, everyone.
Oh, are they for us?
Well, if it isn't the
Spiro,
night
the
shift.
juicy rooster.
Sparrow,
Be
eh?
nice to me, mate. You won't get one.
Sparrow Greek?
Yeah, Sparrow's Greek, mate.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
And this burger a gift?
What? Yeah.
No, thanks, mate. I know my mythology.
You want one?
I've had lunch, thank you. Could you come in here for a second?
Have a couple extra.
So what's the story?
It's a few burgers.
Which you didn't pay for. What are they? Payment for the criminal damages case? We were doing our job, Cooper. You should have told him that. I'm sure you're familiar with the old expression, there is no such thing as a free lunch.
It's a few burgers.
Members working at any station of mine will pay their own way in the community. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter.